The role of snakes in Asian culture and economy. A legacy of power, fear, and fortune. For centuries, the enigmatic and fearsome snake has slithered through the heart of Asia's cultural and economic fabric, commanding both reverence and trepidation. In the shadows of ancient temples and bustling markets, these creatures have not only shaped legends but have also played a significant role in medicine, trade, and livelihoods. From the highlands of Vietnam to the metropolises of China and the archipelagos of Indonesia, snakes remain at the core of Asia's traditions, their value extending beyond their ominous hiss. A symbol of power and mysticism. In Asian folklore and spiritual beliefs, the snake is far more than just a reptile, it is a divine entity, a guardian of secrets, and a harbinger of fate. In Chinese culture, the snake represents intelligence, cunning, and transformation. The ancient zodiac assigns the serpent an aura of mystery and wisdom, believing those born under its sign to be destined for greatness. In Hinduism and Buddhism, snakes are depicted as both protectors and destroyers. The mighty Naga, a serpent deity, coils around temple pillars and sculptures, guarding sacred knowledge and hidden treasures. In contrast, the venomous cobra in Buddhist scriptures serves as a reminder of life's fragility, an embodiment of impermanence and mortality. But beyond myth and legend, the role of snakes in Asia is not just spiritual, it is deeply embedded in everyday survival, prosperity, and tradition. A thriving trade of venom and flesh. Walk through the bustling streets of a traditional market in Vietnam, and you will find jars of snake wine glistening under the golden lantern light. In China, delicate hands craft intricate snakeskin handbags, prized by collectors across the world. In Indonesia, skilled farmers extract snake venom, a golden liquid that can either kill or cure. Snakes are farmed, hunted, and traded in staggering numbers, their value running into billions. Their venom, a substance so lethal it can take a life in seconds, is paradoxically used to save lives. Medical breakthroughs harness snake venom to create treatments for heart disease, blood clots, and even cancer. Scientists in laboratories extract its deadly proteins to manufacture powerful pharmaceuticals, transforming a feared creature into a source of healing. Beyond medicine, snake meat is revered as an elixir of strength. In upscale restaurants and roadside eateries alike, snake dishes promise vitality, stamina, and even enhanced virility. It is said that drinking the still-beating heart of a freshly slain snake mixed with rice wine bestows the consumer with the courage and power of the beast itself. This belief, deeply rooted in ancient traditions, fuels a thriving industry that caters to the daring and the superstitious alike. The dark and dazzling industry of snake farming. The snake farming industry, particularly in Vietnam, stands as a testament to the resourcefulness and resilience of those who have turned fear into fortune. In Vinh Phuc province, entire villages are dedicated to the breeding of these slithering creatures. More than 800 households raise millions of snakes annually, supplying both local markets and international demands. The process is meticulous and perilous. In dimly lit enclosures, farmers carefully maintain the ideal temperature for breeding, ensuring that their deadly stock remains healthy and profitable. A single misstep, a poorly secured lid, a moment of distraction, can result in fatal consequences. Yet, for many, the rewards outweigh the risks. The price of a single snake can reach astronomical figures, turning these farms into gold mines of living, breathing currency. Skilled handlers extract venom, milk drop by drop, worth thousands of dollars per gram. The meat, bones, and skin are harvested with precision, ensuring nothing goes to waste. From exotic soups to decorative belts, the remains of these creatures are transformed into luxury goods that grace high-end stores across the globe. A battle between survival and conservation. Despite the wealth generated by snake farming, a shadow looms over the industry, the threat of overexploitation and extinction. While domesticated snake farms have flourished, wild populations face relentless poaching. The insatiable demand for rare and highly venomous species pushes many to the brink of extinction. Governments and conservationists struggle to find a balance between cultural traditions, economic benefits, and environmental responsibility. While snake farms offer a controlled alternative to wild hunting, illegal trafficking continues to thrive in the black markets of Asia. The challenge remains: How to protect these creatures while sustaining the communities that depend on them. The unbreakable bond between snakes and Asian heritage. The story of snakes in Asia is one of paradox, fear and fascination. Death and healing, destruction and prosperity. These creatures are woven into the continent's DNA, influencing everything from sacred rituals to cutting-edge medical advancements. Whether as deities in ancient temples, symbols of wisdom in astrology, or economic assets in trade and farming, snakes have proven themselves to be more than mere reptiles. They are legends, they are lifelines, and for many, they are the key to survival in an ever-changing world. As the future unfolds, one question remains. Will Asia continue to embrace and protect this powerful creature? Or will the relentless march of modernization erode the age-old bond between man and serpent? One thing is certain, no matter how much time passes, the slithering shadow of the snake will forever remain an indelible part of Asia's past, present, and future. Snake farming in Vietnam, a thriving empire built on fangs and fortune. In the heart of Vietnam, where mist clings to the rice fields and life pulses with the rhythm of ancient traditions, a silent empire of serpents thrives. Vinh Son Commune, nestled in Vinh Tuong District, Vinh Phuc Province, is more than just a village, it is a kingdom ruled by snakes. Where fearless farmers have turned the art of serpent rearing into a multi-million-dollar industry. This is not just a trade, it is a battle between life and death. Fortune and peril, played out in the dimly lit chambers where hundreds of thousands of snakes coil. Waiting, the legacy of snake farming, a century of risk and reward. For over 100 years, Vinh Son has been the beating heart of Vietnam's snake farming industry. Here, the air is thick with the scent of reptilian musk, and the ground pulses with the eerie hiss of creatures both revered and feared. Generations of farmers have honed the delicate craft of breeding, feeding, and harvesting these serpents, their hands steady despite the ever-present danger that lurks with every flick of a forked tongue. More than 800 households in the commune engage in snake farming, transforming what was once a niche practice into a booming economic force. The statistics are staggering. Each year, the village produces approximately 250 tons of commercial snakes and hatches between 3 to 4 million snake eggs. These are not just numbers, they are the lifeblood of a community that has built its wealth on the backs of these cold-blooded creatures. With annual revenues soaring past 400 billion Vietnamese dongs, Vinh Son is not just a farming hub, it is an empire carved from scales and venom. The deadly dance of the snake farmers. Snake farming is not for the faint of heart. It is a profession where a single mistake, a momentary lapse in concentration, can mean the difference between life and death. Cobra fangs strike faster than the human eye can follow, and a bite from the wrong snake can turn a prosperous farmer into a cautionary tale in mere minutes. Yet, the farmers of Vinh Son move through their enclosures with the grace of seasoned warriors. Their fingers dance over the backs of writhing serpents, their hands deftly securing the deadly creatures with a confidence earned through years of experience. Each snake is a treasure trove, its venom worth more than gold. Its meat considered a delicacy, its skin transformed into luxury goods. But beneath the economic prosperity lies a reality few outsiders understand. This is a life of constant vigilance, where danger slithers in every shadow. A lucrative market of blood and gold. Why do so many risk their lives in this perilous trade? The answer lies in the extraordinary value of these creatures. The demand for snake products stretches far beyond Vietnam's borders, feeding an insatiable international market that sees serpents as both a delicacy and a miracle cure. Snake venom, one of the most valuable substances on the planet, is harvested with surgical precision. Just a few drops can fetch thousands of dollars. As researchers race to harness its potential for groundbreaking medical treatments, anti-venoms, painkillers, and even cancer treatments are born from the very poison that makes these creatures so feared. Meanwhile, snake meat is a prized commodity, celebrated for its supposed ability to enhance strength, virility, and overall health. High-end restaurants serve Cobra soup to elite clientele who believe consuming these powerful creatures grants them vitality and longevity. In traditional medicine, snake bile and blood are bottled and sold as elixirs of health. Their bitter taste a small price to pay for the promise of resilience. And then there's the skin, supple, exotic, and endlessly desired by the fashion world. Transformed into belts, handbags, and luxury shoes, the snakes of Vinh Son slither their way into high-end boutiques across Asia and beyond. Every part of the creature is used, nothing is wasted. In this world, even the dead carry immense value. The battle between prosperity and ethics. But as the profits soar, so do the questions. How sustainable is this industry? What happens to the wild snake populations as demand grows? While many farmers have moved toward controlled breeding, illegal poaching remains an undercurrent that threatens natural ecosystems. Conservationists warn that an unregulated snake trade could lead to disastrous consequences for biodiversity. As natural predators disappear and ecosystems destabilize, the Vietnamese government, aware of both the economic boon and the ecological risks, has introduced regulations to oversee and control snake farming. Licenses, breeding permits, and health inspections are now part of the trade, aimed at ensuring that the industry remains sustainable. Yet, in the dimly lit corners of the black market, illegal snake trading continues, a ghostly shadow that refuses to fade. The future of Vietnam's snake kingdom. What does the future hold for Vinh Son's snake farmers? Will this empire of fangs and fortune continue to thrive? Or will changing times and stricter regulations spell its decline? For now, the village stands strong, its people bound together by a legacy that is as old as the serpents they breed. Fathers pass their knowledge down to sons. Mothers teach daughters the delicate balance of life and death. The hiss of 1,000 snakes echoes through the air, a symphony of resilience and survival. In Vinh Son, the snake is more than just an animal, it is a way of life. It is fear and respect, danger and prosperity, a creature that has, for generations, dictated the fate of an entire community. And as long as there are hands steady enough to hold them, the serpents of Vietnam will continue to reign, their venom worth its weight in gold, their presence forever woven into the soul of the land. Secrets of snake farming, a perilous dance with death. In the hushed corners of rural Asia, behind fortified walls and dimly lit enclosures, a secretive world thrives, a world where humans coexist with one of nature's most formidable predators. Snake farming is not just an industry, it is a high-stakes game of survival, where the rewards are as intoxicating as the risks. Those who dare to enter this domain do so with unwavering courage. For they walk a fine line between fortune and fatality, a world where fear becomes fortune. To the untrained eye, a snake farm may seem like nothing more than rows of cages and carefully controlled temperatures. But beneath the surface lies an intricate web of discipline, knowledge, and sheer nerve. The men and women who devote their lives to breeding and raising these serpents do not just see them as livestock, they see them as ancient beings, both revered and feared. Every snake farmer knows one thing: a single mistake can mean death. Unlike traditional livestock, where an accidental cut or a misstep results in nothing more than an inconvenience, handling snakes, especially venomous ones, is an art that demands both skill and respect. The slightest lapse in concentration, the tiniest breach in a cage, and the farm transforms from a place of business into a battlefield of survival. The art of controlling a silent predator. Raising snakes is a year-round commitment, an unrelenting cycle of precision and patience. Unlike cattle or poultry, these cold-blooded creatures demand meticulous environmental control. Temperature is everything. A mere fluctuation of a few degrees can disrupt their feeding patterns, hinder their growth, or worse, send them into an aggressive frenzy. To maintain the perfect balance, snake farms employ advanced heating systems, ensuring a stable temperature of 30 to 32 degrees Celsius. Even in the dead of winter, the enclosures are not simply cages, they are fortresses, built with reinforced walls, escape-proof designs, and near-silent ventilation systems. One can never be too careful when dealing with creatures that can slip through the smallest of gaps and disappear into the night. Every feeding session is a calculated ritual. Farmers hand-feed these slithering beasts, providing them with fresh poultry meat every 4 days. The sight of a farmer carefully dangling food in front of a coiled predator is both mesmerizing and chilling, a performance where hesitation is not an option. Each snake's health is monitored obsessively, and fresh water is provided religiously, for even the smallest oversight can lead to disease outbreaks that wipe out entire stocks. The deadly allure of venom. Beyond the sale of meat and skin, Venom is the golden elixir of the snake farming world. Every drop is worth a fortune, a shimmering liquid more precious than gold. Extracting it, however, is an undertaking that pushes the boundaries of human bravery. The process, known as milking, is performed with surgical precision. A skilled handler grips the snake behind its head, ensuring it cannot strike. The fangs, razor sharp and gleaming with lethal potential, are carefully pressed against a thin membrane stretched over a collection jar. With each drop of venom extracted, the handler knows that they are toying with death. A single miscalculation, a moment of carelessness, and the hunter becomes the hunted. Yet, the risks do not deter the farmers. The demand for venom is insatiable. Pharmaceutical giants pay astronomical sums for this deadly fluid, using it to develop life-saving treatments for heart disease, strokes, and neurological disorders. In a bizarre twist of fate, the very substance that can kill in seconds is the same one that can save countless lives. The unspoken perils of the trade. Snake farming is not for the faint of heart. Even with all the precautions, tragedy is a constant specter lurking in the shadows. Bites happen, sometimes to seasoned professionals, sometimes to unsuspecting apprentices learning the craft. The race to administer anti-venom is always a battle against time. Some make it, clutching their swollen limbs in agony as the antidote courses through their veins. Others are not so fortunate. Beyond the immediate dangers, the psychological toll of working with these creatures is immense. Farmers develop an instinct, an almost supernatural awareness of movement, sound, and vibration. They learn to anticipate aggression before it manifests, to sense danger in the stillness of a serpent's unblinking gaze. This heightened awareness is not a gift but a necessity, one that separates the living from the dead. The future of snake farming, growth or extinction? As the world changes, so too does the fate of snake farming. Conservationists warn that the insatiable demand for snakes, both farmed and wild-caught, is pushing certain species toward extinction. While many farms operate legally and responsibly, the black market remains an ominous presence, fueling illegal poaching and endangering the balance of nature. Governments are tightening regulations, demanding stricter safety measures and ethical farming practices. Yet, despite these efforts, the trade remains an enigma, part ancient tradition, part modern industry, part underworld empire. The question remains, will snake farming adapt to the times, or will it succumb to the very dangers it has always harbored? One thing is certain, as long as there is demand for venom, meat, and skin, there will always be those willing to dance with death in the shadowed world of snake farming. It is not just a livelihood, it is a testament to human resilience. An ongoing battle between control and chaos, life and death. And for those who choose this path, the rewards, like the risks, are beyond measure. The economic power of snake farming, a deadly trade that fuels fortunes. In the heart of Asia, amidst the dense jungles and bustling markets, an empire of fortune slithers silently through the shadows. The business of snake farming is not for the faint of heart. It is a world of risk, danger, and unimaginable reward. Where others see fear, farmers see opportunity. Where some recoil in terror, entrepreneurs seize an industry worth billions. Snake farming is not just an economic endeavor. It is a high-stakes gamble where death and prosperity are separated by the thinnest of margins. Turning venom into gold. One drop of venom, harvested from the fangs of a deadly cobra, can command a price that rivals the finest gold. This toxic elixir, feared for its lethal power, is paradoxically the foundation of life-saving medicines, anti-venoms, and pharmaceutical breakthroughs. Laboratories around the world rely on these extracts to develop treatments for strokes, heart disease, and chronic pain. For the farmers who risk their lives daily to extract this venom, every drop harvested is another step towards fortune. Some call them reckless, others call them visionaries, but one thing is certain, their work is indispensable. The venom trade has transformed entire communities, pulling families from poverty and turning small villages into thriving economic hubs. The price of flesh, the lucrative snake meat market. Beyond venom, the very flesh of these serpents is a prized commodity. In high-end restaurants across China, Vietnam, and Indonesia, snake meat is an exotic delicacy, reserved for the daring and the elite. Its supposed medicinal properties fuel an insatiable demand, Tales of its ability to boost vitality, enhance virility, and even slow aging make it worth a fortune. The price of a single commercial snake, weighing over 1.6 kilograms, can fetch between 600.000 to 700 Vietnamese dongs per kilogram. A farmer with hundreds of snakes under his care is not just a breeder, he is a tycoon in the making. Some of these farmers rake in billions of VND annually. Their wealth built on the silent, slithering shadows of their trade. Their success stories are whispered through the streets, inspiring others to take the plunge into this perilous yet rewarding industry. Beyond the bite, the snake product empire. But the snake farming business does not stop at meat and venom. Every part of this creature is valuable. Its skin, once shed in secrecy, now adorns luxury handbags, belts, and high-end fashion accessories that grace the runways of Milan and Paris. A single, well-crafted snake skin handbag can sell for thousands of dollars, making it one of the most sought-after materials in the fashion industry. Meanwhile, the age-old practice of snake wine brewing continues to thrive. This legendary elixir, created by submerging entire snakes in rice wine, is believed to cure ailments, invigorate the body, and enhance longevity. Bottles of this ancient remedy line the shelves of apothecaries and bars, commanding premium prices among collectors and traditional medicine enthusiasts alike. A double-edged sword, the perils of wealth. Yet, the path to wealth in this industry is not without its perils. Cobra farming, in particular, is a deadly dance with nature's most efficient killers. One wrong move, one moment of hesitation, and a single bite can end it all. The farmers who dedicate their lives to this trade do so with full awareness of the risks, their hands scarred by years of close encounters with death itself. But for many, the rewards outweigh the dangers. They have built empires from the venom that once symbolized fear. They have turned the hiss of a snake into the sound of prosperity. And as the global demand for snake products continues to rise, these farmers stand at the forefront of an industry that is as fascinating as it is formidable. The future of snake farming, a billion-dollar horizon. As the world grapples with the challenges of sustainability and ethical farming, the snake industry finds itself at a crossroads. Conservation efforts push for regulated, responsible breeding practices, ensuring that wild populations remain protected while the industry continues to thrive. Innovations in snake farming techniques, safer venom extraction methods, and enhanced breeding programs promise a future where both economic growth and ecological balance can coexist. The empire of snake farming is not fading, it is evolving. What was once a trade hidden in the shadows has now become a powerhouse of economic transformation. It is a testament to human ingenuity, fearlessness, and adaptability. In the grand tapestry of Asia's economy, snakes have slithered their way into a position of power. They are no longer just creatures of myth or symbols of fear. They are the lifeblood of an industry that feeds, heals, and enriches millions. And for those daring enough to embrace this world, the rewards are as vast as the dangers that lurk within it. The untamed allure of snakes, tourism and conservation in Asia. In the heart of Asia, where ancient traditions intertwine with the rhythms of nature, a fascinating spectacle unfolds, one that draws the curious, the daring, and the passionate. Snake tourism is not for the faint-hearted. It is a world where beauty meets danger, where myth transforms into reality, and where humanity walks a delicate line between admiration and exploitation. But beyond the thrill lies a deeper purpose, the urgent need for conservation. The struggle to protect nature's most misunderstood creatures before they vanish forever. A thrill like no other, the rise of snake tourism. Imagine stepping into a dimly lit enclosure, the air thick with the scent of earth and mystery. All around, sinuous bodies coil and slither, their scales shimmering under the golden glow of lanterns. A skilled handler reaches into a pit and emerges with a magnificent king cobra, its hood flared in a regal display of power. The audience holds its breath. This is not a mere performance, it is an ancient dance between man and serpent. A breathtaking encounter that blurs the line between fascination and fear. Across Asia, snake farms and sanctuaries have become unlikely tourist magnets. Vietnam, Thailand, and Indonesia are home to world-famous snake farms that attract thousands of visitors each year. These farms offer an intimate glimpse into the enigmatic world of snakes, showcasing their behavior, their beauty, and their profound significance in local culture. Tourists flock to these destinations, drawn by the promise of adventure, education, and the rare opportunity to come face to face with some of the most feared yet revered creatures on Earth. The battle to save the serpents, conservation efforts in Asia. But behind the allure of snake tourism lies a darker truth, a crisis that threatens the very existence of these creatures. Habitat destruction, poaching, and the illegal wildlife trade have pushed many snake species to the brink of extinction. Every year, thousands of snakes are captured and slaughtered for their skins, meat, and venom, their populations dwindling as demand continues to rise. Yet, amidst this bleak reality, there is hope. Conservationists and wildlife enthusiasts are fighting to rewrite the narrative, transforming snake tourism from a spectacle of exploitation into a movement for preservation. Sanctuaries and rescue centers have emerged as safe havens, providing refuge for endangered snakes and educating the public about their vital role in the ecosystem. One of the most remarkable conservation efforts is found in the lush forests of Southeast Asia, where dedicated researchers work tirelessly to protect the king cobra, the world's longest venomous snake. These conservationists track the movements of these elusive serpents, mapping their habitats and advocating for the protection of their dwindling territories. Their message is clear: without snakes, the balance of nature collapses. As apex predators, snakes regulate rodent populations, preventing the spread of disease and maintaining the delicate equilibrium of the food chain. A delicate balance, coexisting with the serpents. Despite centuries of coexistence, the relationship between humans and snakes remains fragile. Fear, fueled by superstition and misinformation, has led to mass killings of these misunderstood creatures. In many rural areas, the sight of a snake still triggers an instinctive reaction of hostility. Yet, through education and responsible tourism, attitudes are beginning to shift. Snake tourism, when approached ethically, serves as a bridge between fear and fascination. By witnessing these creatures up close, people gain a newfound appreciation for their role in the natural world. Guided tours in snake sanctuaries offer immersive experiences that challenge misconceptions. Replacing fear with respect, visitors learn not only about the biology of snakes but also about their spiritual and cultural significance, how they have been revered as symbols of wisdom, power, and transformation for centuries. The future of snake tourism, a call for ethical practices. The challenge moving forward is clear. How can the tourism industry continue to thrive while ensuring the safety and well-being of these creatures? The answer lies in ethical tourism, practices that prioritize conservation over profit, education over entertainment. Responsible snake farms and sanctuaries must adhere to strict regulations, ensuring that snakes are not exploited or subjected to inhumane conditions. Moreover, governments and environmental organizations must work hand in hand to combat illegal wildlife trade and enforce stricter protections for endangered species. The rise of ecotourism presents a unique opportunity to turn snake tourism into a force for good, one that not only supports local economies but also safeguards the very creatures that make these experiences possible. A legacy worth protecting. Snakes have slithered through the fabric of Asian culture for millennia, their presence woven into the myths, legends, and traditions of countless generations. They are more than just subjects of fascination, they are guardians of the ecosystem, keepers of ancient wisdom, and testaments to nature's resilience. As tourists continue to seek out thrilling encounters and unforgettable experiences, the responsibility to protect these creatures has never been greater. The fate of Asia's serpents rests in our hands. Will we continue to exploit them for momentary gain? Or will we rise to the challenge of conservation, ensuring that future generations inherit a world where these magnificent creatures still roam? The choice is ours, and time is running out. Dangers and challenges. The deadly risks of snake farming. In the world of snake farming, one mistake can mean the difference between life and death. This is not an industry for the faint-hearted. It is a world where every breath is measured, every movement calculated, and every encounter with a serpent carries the potential for catastrophe. The dangers of handling these venomous creatures are ever present, demanding unwavering courage, relentless precision, and an almost supernatural sense of control. The lurking peril. venomous strikes and fatal consequences. Imagine working day and night, surrounded by some of the deadliest creatures on Earth, creatures that, with one swift bite, can inject enough venom to paralyze, suffocate, or kill within minutes. Cobra farmers know this reality all too well. The hooded menace, with its hypnotic stare and lightning-fast reflexes, does not give second chances. One false move, one careless slip, and the consequences can be irreversible. Farmers have been bitten while attempting to extract venom, some collapsing within seconds, their bodies overwhelmed by neurotoxins that shut down the nervous system. Others have suffered agonizing pain as the venom eats away at flesh, leaving behind gruesome wounds and deep scars, if they survive at all. Anti-venom can be a lifesaver, but it is not always readily available, and in many remote regions, the nearest hospital is miles away. Time is an unforgiving enemy, and for those who handle cobras daily, every second counts. The art of survival, training, precision, and the thin line between life and death. There is no room for error in snake farming. Every handler must undergo rigorous training, mastering techniques passed down through generations. They must learn the subtle body language of their serpentine adversaries, reading every flicker of the tongue, every ripple of muscle movement, every shift in posture. It is a battle of wits, a silent war between man and beast, where hesitation can be deadly. Protective gear, thick gloves, arm guards, face shields, offers some defense. But even the best equipment is not foolproof. Snakes are astonishingly fast, their fangs striking with surgical precision. Farmers must develop an instinctual awareness, a sixth sense that allows them to anticipate the snake's next move before it happens. But even the most seasoned experts are not invincible. The silent killers, hidden risks beyond the bite. Physical bites are not the only danger lurking in the shadows. The air in snake enclosures can carry deadly pathogens, bacteria, parasites, and fungal spores that attack the respiratory system. Constant exposure to these airborne threats weakens the body, leaving farmers vulnerable to chronic illnesses, lung infections, and skin conditions that can last a lifetime. Then there is the psychological toll. Living in constant fear, working in an environment where danger is ever present, takes an immense mental and emotional toll. Anxiety, insomnia, and even post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, haunt many who dedicate their lives to this trade. The whispers of past encounters, narrow escapes, close calls, and the memories of fallen comrades linger in their minds, reminding them that the next bite could be their last. Economic struggles, the high cost of risk. While snake farming can be lucrative, it is not without financial burdens. The cost of maintaining secure enclosures, purchasing specialized safety equipment, and investing in medical supplies adds up quickly. A single escaped snake can spell disaster, not just for the farmer, but for the entire community. Villages have been thrown into chaos when a deadly cobra slithers free, sending terrified residents fleeing for their lives. Market fluctuations also pose a serious challenge. The demand for snake venom, meat, and skins can rise and fall unpredictably, leaving farmers struggling to stay afloat. With so much at stake, both in terms of finances and personal safety, many question whether the rewards are truly worth the risks. The unseen battle, illegal trade and conservation conflicts. Beyond the immediate dangers of farming, there is another battle being fought, a war against illegal poaching and unethical practices. While many farmers operate within legal and sustainable boundaries, there are those who exploit the trade, capturing wild snakes and pushing species toward extinction. Conservationists warn that unless strict measures are enforced, entire populations could be wiped out, disrupting ecosystems and causing irreparable damage to biodiversity. Government regulations, aimed at protecting both people and wildlife, sometimes create additional hurdles for farmers. Licensing restrictions, trade limitations, and conservation laws can make it difficult to operate legally. The delicate balance between sustaining a livelihood and preserving nature continues to be a contentious issue. A life on the edge, the unbreakable bond between man and serpent. For those who choose this path, snake farming is more than just a profession, it is a way of life. A test of courage, a relentless pursuit of survival against the odds. The relationship between man and snake is one forged in blood, sweat, and sheer determination. It is a dance with death, a battle against fear, and an existence where every day is a gamble. Despite the dangers, the allure of the serpent remains irresistible. The thrill of mastering the untamable, the pride of extracting life-saving venom, the adrenaline rush of facing death and emerging victorious. These are the forces that keep farmers returning to the pit, time and time again. But the question lingers in the air, like the hiss of a cobra ready to strike. How long can they keep dancing on the edge before fate catches up? The astonishing power of snake meat, a legendary elixir of strength, healing, and vitality. For centuries, snake meat has been revered across Asia as a mystical and potent source of nourishment. In the quiet corners of ancient apothecaries, where glass jars gleam with rare and exotic ingredients, snake flesh has remained a secret weapon in the arsenal of traditional medicine. It is whispered among herbalists, consumed by warriors, and sought after by those desperate for renewed strength and vitality. More than just a culinary delicacy, snake meat is a lifeblood of ancient remedies, a force of nature that has defied time and science. A taste of power, the elite's secret to strength and stamina. From the grand palaces of emperors to the battle-worn camps of warriors, snake meat has long been consumed for its purported ability to restore energy, sharpen the senses, and enhance endurance. It is no ordinary protein. It is a food that carries the spirit of the wild, the essence of a creature feared and revered in equal measure. Those who dare to consume it are said to absorb the strength of the serpent itself, becoming quicker, sharper, and more resilient. In modern times, elite athletes and those seeking peak physical performance turn to snake meat for its unparalleled nutritional benefits. Rich in high-quality protein, it fuels muscle repair and growth, making it a prized food among bodybuilders and martial artists. Unlike conventional meats, snake flesh is lean yet packed with essential amino acids, offering a powerful boost without unnecessary fats. The mystical cure, a timeless remedy for ailments. Snake meat is not just a source of sustenance, it is an ancient medicine. Traditional healers have long prescribed it as a cure for a multitude of ailments, from chronic joint pain to debilitating fatigue. According to practitioners of Eastern medicine, consuming snake meat enhances blood circulation, detoxifies the body, and alleviates inflammation. For those suffering from rheumatism, arthritis, or muscle pain, the consumption of snake soup is believed to provide remarkable relief. The flesh and bones of certain snake species contain compounds that help reduce swelling and stiffness, restoring mobility to aching joints. Some even claim that snake broth, simmered with rare medicinal herbs, has the power to reverse the effects of aging, leaving the skin firm and youthful. Beyond physical benefits, traditional Chinese medicine recognizes snake meat as a potent remedy for internal imbalances. It is thought to invigorate the yang energy in the body, counteracting fatigue and weakness. It is no wonder that those who indulge in this delicacy often speak of a newfound vitality, an electrifying sense of renewal that courses through their veins. The forbidden elixir, a drink of the brave. For the truly daring, consuming snake meat is only the beginning. In hidden corners of Asia's bustling night markets, a ritual unfolds that is not for the faint-hearted. With a swift motion, a skilled vendor extracts the beating heart of a freshly slaughtered serpent, dropping it into a glass of fiery rice wine. This legendary concoction, known as snake heart wine, is said to bestow the drinker with the strength, virility, and fearlessness of the serpent itself. The heart pulses as the liquid is consumed, an age-old testament to the belief that true power lies in facing one's fears. It is a practice shrouded in mystique, an experience that only the boldest souls dare to undertake. The modern science behind the myth. For those who doubt the wisdom of tradition, science has begun to unveil the truth behind the incredible benefits of snake meat. Research has shown that snake flesh is a powerhouse of essential nutrients, including omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, and iron. These components work together to support heart health, strengthen bones, and boost immunity. Snake meat is also known to contain peptides with antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties, making it a natural defense against infections and chronic illnesses. Some studies suggest that certain proteins found in snake meat may even have cancer-fighting properties, opening new doors for modern medicine. What ancient healers knew intuitively. Science is only now beginning to understand. A word of caution, not for everyone. Despite its miraculous properties, snake meat is not suited for all. Traditional medicine warns that those with high blood pressure, kidney disease, or liver disorders should avoid it, as its potent nature may exacerbate these conditions. The energy within snake meat is powerful, too powerful for some. It is a delicacy that demands respect, a food that should only be consumed by those who truly understand its force. Additionally, the method of preparation is crucial. Only properly sourced and well-cooked snake meat is safe to eat. Consuming improperly handled snake products can expose individuals to parasites and toxins, making it essential to obtain this delicacy from reputable sources. The future of snake meat, a legacy that endures. As the world modernizes, some traditions fade, but the reverence for snake meat remains strong. In bustling cities and remote villages alike, people continue to seek out this extraordinary food, believing in its ability to heal, strengthen, and transform. Its legacy is carried forward by chefs who innovate with ancient recipes, by scientists who uncover its hidden secrets, and by those who simply refuse to let go of the wisdom of their ancestors. For those who consume it, snake meat is more than just sustenance. It is a connection to something primal, something ancient. It is the taste of power, the essence of survival, and a force that continues to captivate, heal, and inspire. Dare you take a bite? The eternal dance between fear and fortune. The tale of snakes in Asia is a mesmerizing dance between reverence and exploitation. Fear and fortune. These creatures have shaped cultures, fueled economies, and saved lives with their potent venom, yet they remain hunted, farmed, and revered in equal measure. Their presence lingers in the myths of gods and emperors, in the delicate hands of artisans, and in the fierce grip of those who seek to harness their power. But the question remains: will humanity continue to balance on this razor's edge, honoring the legacy of the snake while ensuring its survival? The answer lies in the choices we make today, whether to protect or plunder, to cultivate or consume. The fate of these creatures, so deeply intertwined with Asia's identity, hangs in the balance. As long as the snake slithers through the shadows of temples and the bustling lanes of market stalls, its story will never fade. It is a testament to resilience, to mystery, and to the unbreakable link between mankind and nature. In the end, the snake is not just a symbol of the past, it is a force that will shape the future, coiling itself around the destiny of Asia for generations to come.